online, you have to write a comment. This is a type of textuality. It is a text. Even if it's online, but it's still we deal with it as text. Then I'm going to explain to you types of data. Maybe this slide will inspire you the type of research you are going to conduct in future, or maybe in your minimal projects. What type of data in multimodal analysis? I want to investigate a phenomenon. What type of data? Hello. Welcome. So then we are going to talk about frameworks and methodology. When you search in multimodality, you need certain methods, framework, process to deal with the data. Okay? You have the data, you have images, you have layouts, you have designs, colors, you have something complicated, something small. How to deal with the data? Okay? How to deal with it? I'm going to explain to you as simple as possible because GEM is a bit complicated approach. Okay? Then we have also data analysis by the GEM. GEM is the method I use in my PhD. And I'm going to share with you my knowledge on this framework. After that, we are going to conclude with the current issues and challenges in multimodal research. And that's all. Okay? So what I'd like you to write down, what are you expected to learn in this workshop? What are you expected to learn? Then, after we've done with our session, I'm going to ask you whether you have reached your expectations, list or beyond. Okay. Okay, so types of media. As you can see here, we have two types of media. We have printed media and we have also digital media. What do I mean by digital media? Digital media is any language used on online and internet, web servers, any language used there. You have links, you have icons, you have sometimes you press in one word, this word redirected to you to another web page, right? So this is the digital media. Printed media, which is my major, is like books, articles, questionnaires, newspapers, magazines, journals, posters, flyers, university prospectuses, company reports, restaurant manuals, instruction manuals, electronic gadgets, postcards. All of these things are considered to be printed media. Why printed media? Simply because they print it out. Simply because they print it out. I want to ask you, so far everything is done with apps, right? Sometimes you want to do shopping, you just go to the app shopping and you click on the menu and you go and shop, you fill the cart, check out, they pay the price. But you have still some pop-up notifications or advertisement, right? Despite this wide variety of media, advertisement still printed media used until today. Can you say that no, today we didn't use printed media, we only use online advertisements? No. Sometimes the university, when they want to make an event fair, scholarship event fair, they invite the students, they have their online web page, then they give you the brochures, or you have some posters. Those are a type of printed media. So printed media still important until today. Despite every technological advancement we have reached so far. Okay. Okay. We have different types of multimodal texts. We have different. I'm now talking about multimodality analysis. Of what? Of text. So the text, there are different types of text. The first type of text is paper-based, like cards, like flyers, posters, restaurant manuals, notebooks, questionnaires. All these things are paper-based multimodal texts, like these things, graphic novels, comics, and posters. Okay. Another type of text live multimodal text, which includes like dance, performance, oral storytelling, and all kinds of performances that involve gestures, gases, body movements, gases. This is also another type of text. Can you imagine that language is not only the printed words, language also is gestures, gases, also colors, also body movements. This is also another type of text. We have also the digital multimodal text. Oh, sorry, I can't see because of the chair. So another type of text is the digital multimodal text. Digital multimodal text means any text used on the web. You have the internet, you have different servers, any kind of text that is used online. Okay? For example, you have film, animation, slideshow, e-posters, digital stories, web pages. All these include hyperlinks. You know the hyperlinks? You click on the link and the link directs you to another page. This is also called multimodal text. Okay? Now I would like to just tell you a little bit about the background, origins, inspirations of multimodal area. I'd like to tell you that multimodality is a new area, is a hot issue area. Okay, now when you go to platforms which publish articles regularly, you'll find the hot issues. All research is conducted with multimodal approaches, even if it's not the same as mine, but still multimodal approach analysis is the most common recent method to test a language or to examine a language. Okay, so what is multimodality? Multimodality is a way of characterizing communicative situation. Communicative situation. They're really a full combination of different modes of communication. So, what is multimodality? It's a combination of modes of communication. For example, if I just give you a paper and this paper has a message, I give it to you and you read the message. This is not a multimodal situation. Multimodal situation, we sit together, we talk, she looked at me, I looked at her, we read together, we discuss. So all these things create another mode of communication. Modes of communication means contemporary AIs, contemporary paper, discussion, cognition, okay? So we call it multimodal. So different modes for a situation to communicate. Okay, give me situations. TV programs use the spoken language, pictures, and text. Now you see talk show, here is that, and this is the broadcaster. They are not only using the papers or the scripts they have. No, they just sit, open a discussion. They have to convey the idea through discussion of what is written in the paper base. This is a type of multimodal situation. Also, we have the book used, which is written, pictures and diagrams and page composition. Now, if you have any book, any flyer, any questionnaire, then you open it up with a discussion with someone. This is turned from text, pure text, into a multimodal situation. Okay? Then we have people who are talking in a cafeteria or bring up together a spoken language. Also, this is another form of multimodal situation. Also, we have computer gaming. Sometimes you sit, you are online, you didn't talk, there is no language, but you are doing some kind of gaming or something. You need to write down, you need to contact with the headphones. This is a type of multimodal situation. Okay? So now you know what is multimodality. Multimodality is involving different modes in communication. That's it. Now, I would like to tell you what is multimodal analysis. Why we need to do the analysis in multimodal? Why we cannot just do a content analysis, or we can do, for example, linguistic analysis, paper-based analysis. We call it multimodal analysis because it is an analytical approach that uses various fields. Where are we going to use it? We're going to use it in communication studies, linguistics, cultural studies, media studies. So anyone here from science or veterinary or medicine, multimodal analysis is not for you. Normally, multimodal analysis is for any field that involves language. Okay, so it also involves the study of communication. In mass communication students, also this is involved in our study because you are going to involve language, images, sounds, gestures, spatial arrangement. Can you imagine in multimodal analysis we also consider spatial arrangements? Now we are arranged in 3 lines, and I'm sitting in front of you, and the projector board is behind me. Everything has to be done effectively to make the communication better. Okay. So it examines also how different modes work together to convey meaning and how individuals integrate and respond to this multimodal text. As you can see, I'm citing Chris Vander. Chris is one of the most important leaders, pioneers, founders of multimodal analysis area. So there is no multimodal analyst has no knowledge about Chris Vander. Chris Vander is very famous name for multimodal analysis. Okay, so from the analysis from this slide, you can understand that multimodal analysis involves pictures, involves gestures, involves sounds, spatial arrangements. Okay, and first of all, if you are thinking, okay, so is this the framework I need to use it to analyze my data? It depends. What is your objective? If your objective is testing different variables, then this is your way. If your objective is only targeted in one thing, so this one doesn't work with your data. Okay, this you just going to have a look into these words. Very important word. This is the foundation. This is the underpinnings of multimodality. These are very famous names: Limit, Otto, Gacker, Foreseeable, Norris, Parliantable, David, and Pachi, and finally John Wickman. John Wickman, he is a German scientist. He is specialized in linguistics, AI, artificial intelligence. He is specialized also in social linguistic studies. He is like a collection of many areas in one person. He's very famous and he's still alive, although he retired from his university, but he's still alive. Okay, and this is some of the important books. You can also take picture for them if you are interested. It shows you different frameworks. This is one framework. This is another one. I used multimodal and John, the blue one. The blue one book is technical steps how to decompose the data, how to test relations, and how to understand the common. We call it discourse makers. How to test the discourse makers. Okay, as you can see here, when you come across linguistics, you find discourse analysis, critical discourse analysis, multimodal discourse analysis, multimodal critical discourse analysis. What's the difference? The first one, which is discourse analysis, the general area. It is a general term that serves approach to analyze written and spoken language. That's it. What are you doing? Okay, my major is discourse analysis. What's your research about? I'm testing the spoken language of foreign students. This is discourse analysis. Done. Okay. When we see critical means the ideology. Critical ideologies and powers as compared to the language. So it is not a spoken language. It is why you say this language. Why you say it. Is there any ideology behind the format of your language? So you think there is a kind of thinking, there's an ideology how to conceive the language. Okay. So the first one, written and spoken language. The second one is ideologies behind the written and spoken language. Okay. Multimodal discourse analysis is also an approach that's used to integrate one mode with words and graphics. It is same, spoken and written, but we involve other things like images and graphics. Okay. Again, multimodal critical discourse analysis is same, but also you have to consider ideologies behind using the language with this picture, the spoken language with this poster. Here's a kind of ideology. Okay. In the past few years, because multimodal analysis, as I told you, is a recent area. It was not established in the 70s and 60s. It's a recent area. So in the past few years, multimodal analysis has become established as a widely applied methodological tool. Now, applied linguistics researchers, if they want to come up with contribution to the knowledge, they have to involve sorts of multimodal analysis to show that they are sophisticated and are updated with the new frameworks. Now, people not analyzing the language only. You need to go beyond the language limits. Okay? So, applied linguistics conferences and publication contribution to the development of the prolific analytical framework, starting from sociolinguistics, discourse analysis, through narratology to corpus linguistic study. What it says here that this area, multimodal, has widened, has included a lot of areas like sociolinguistics, discourse analysis, narratology, and linguistic studies. Okay. Now, multimodal analysis discourse. There's a question. This kind of analysis, what kind of benefits we gonna get from this analysis? If you are conducting multimodal analysis, what's the benefit? Is there any benefit? Yes, there is a benefit with doing multimodal analysis. Why? Because it implies and integrates more than one mode in presentation. And instead of testing how the pictures are posted, you can also test how the receivers perceive the knowledge from the pictures. Okay? So it involves many modes. This gives you better idea. Imagine you come and ask me, where is, let's say, IOI mode, okay? Imagine you come and ask me, excuse me, where's IOI mode? Then I told you, okay, IOI mode follow Bushra Jaya link. But if I see Bushra Jaya link and I show you a map and I open the app and I direct you, there is more modes involved in the communication. It is better for you to understand. It's better than only the language to be tested. Okay? So multimodal analysis is comprehensible. It's a comprehensible way of testing the data. Okay? I can't wait to show you how the computer and analytical tools analyze the language. But first, let us finish the background side of the presentation. It's also considered how text draws on modes of communication such as pictures, film, images, soundtrack, combination supports of medium P. Number 3, it examines also printed genres. Now, when you see printed genre, do you see how many elements involved in the page? Right? You see icons, you see the code, you need to scan the code. You have pictures, you have colors, you have layout. It's not plain language. It's not plain language. There's different elements put on the page to give you more information, to make it easier for you. Okay? It's also drawn from Halidian social semiotics. Halidian is a very prominent name with multimodality. Halidian come up with the theory of meta function. Meta functions, the SFL, systematic functional linguistics. He is very prominent on that. So anyone work with multimodality, he knows Chris Van Looy, he knows John Whitman, he knows Halidian, because these names very prominent. we do multimodal analysis at first place? Why we do it? Simply, first one, we need to dissecting and understanding the interaction between these modes to contribute to the overall meaning. Meaning is a result of many modes work together so that I understand the message. Okay? The better you involve modes, the more the communication is effective. Okay. Then understanding how different modes impact audience and engagement. Why we do multimodal analysis? Because it helps us to understand how the audience responded to consume the information. Also understand how design and layout. Look, this area is crazy. Design and layout is very good. Now AI can design for you your presentations, your posters, your PowerPoint. So now basically the area of language, design and layout, very hot area. Okay? Very hot area. So if you come to specialization like this, congrats. You can work with different things like business and things. You will be like a designer and consultant who have a knowledge on design and knowledge of language. Okay? I'd like to do you one thing. Have you ever attended any annual fair, like tourism fair, education fair? Have you attended such annual events? Have you? Okay. Once you approach the hall, people come to you and give you brochures, right? They give you brochures. You took these brochures. Sometimes you just looked at it and threw it. That's all. Okay? And some brochures, you looked at it and it attracts you. You keep reading. Oh, they say there's a discount 50%. Oh, that's great. Why? Simply because the design have an important role to attract the readers. You have 15% discount. If it is written in big and arranged on the center of the page, it's directly at your hands. You think, oh, they have a 50% discount. Oh, that's great. I would like to join this program. They have discounts. This is a good deal. But imagine the same information. Same information is just written in a paragraph. You have 50% discount. No, you are not going to be attractive. Am I right? Do you agree with me? Okay. So finally, also applying language to the materials to make it more effective. This is the overall aim of the whole story of multimodal analysis, is to design the materials in a more effective way that makes the communication easier, better, and more comprehensive. Okay. So this is also another point of view of the significance of doing multimodality. Effective contemporary communication. I'm saying effective contemporary communication. Now we communicate, but there is a list effective and there's effective communication. Effective communication requires young people to be able to comprehend, respond, and compose the meaning from multimodal text. When you are able to express your ideas in multimodal way, then your ideas will be conveyed effectively, better than using one of the like I'm talking to you and sit in a place and talk to you like this without looking to the slides, without looking at you, without any interaction. I think the communication would be less effective. But when the tone of the voice changed, the gases, the movement, different modes towards the slide, you find it a bit better. Okay? So also there's a need to know how each mode uses unique semiotic resources to convey meaning. Okay, what is semiotics? Semiotics is an area within linguistics. Semiotics means a language, but the language, there is for example, I say camel is a ship of the desert. Camel is the ship of the desert. So I know this English, this sentence is grammatically correct, but semantically is also communicated. Because camels cannot drink water for a long time. They are okay. I'm not drinking water for all the time. So we say it's like a metaphor. Oh, this camel is like a ship on the desert. You don't need. I didn't say camels are strong. This is not communication. But I